It's your boy TraumaDrums.com. I just banged out a track right quick, man. You know, I wasn't real inspired, so what I did was I loaded a loop up and I got to work on it. I'm gonna show you the loop right quick, just so you can hear it by itself, and then I'm gonna show you the track. Check this loop out, man. It's pretty dope. It was actually just what I needed because I was feeling like, you know, I needed some type of swag or some type of like lag in it, you know, something to really pull me to be creative, something that'll loosen me up and allow me to play a little more freely. Like the key line that I even came up with playing with the track. You know, it's real. The track allowed me to, the loop allowed me to get a little more soulful, you know. You know, like I probably would have never played that otherwise. But yeah, man, it's amazing what you could do, you know, what you could create in ways to find inspiration. Like before, I used to be a producer, man, that was against loops. I used to think that loops were cheating, and when I started listening to loops that were out there, and I started constructing them, chopping them up, or you know, blending them with other drum sounds and stuff, they really caused me to create from a different space. So you know, it's real good to always try something new and think outside the box. You know, even if you're not using loops, you know, find a sound that's gonna allow you to create, you know, from a different space, something that you don't normally do. You know, I don't normally come to the keyboard and play at all. I never really do that. You know, most of my stuff is, you know, the sound that I've grown to get used to. But I'm really trying to break out of my routine as far as beat making, and the best way to do that is to challenge yourself and do things that you never thought of doing as far as, you know, beat making goes. But let me show you the track. You know, it was real fun. It was actually real fun doing this track, adding different elements and trying different things that I wouldn't normally use. And it was funny because it was one of those tracks that when you start the beat and it's almost like every sound just comes to you. The first sound you pick ends up working with the beat. Check this track out. So it's a real different track, man. I even had a lot of fun tweaking the bass line and messing with it. Of course, it's deeper than that. I'm playing the high octave version of it. But that's something that, you know, I came up with really just listening to the loop and what the keys did over the loop, and it drew me to you know, come to that conclusion. So, you know, when it comes to beat making, man, you as a producer, as a music producer, you always want to think outside the box and challenge yourself. You might want to even bring new elements into music production that wouldn't have been otherwise. You know, that's one of the tricks of the trade that I've learned anyway. And make sure that you're using the right drum sounds, man, because if you're trying to create a new sound, first you have to have the right sounds. You know, you have to have the new sounds, the new technology, man. You know, it's nothing wrong with using old stuff, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to be the same old producer. You want to be, you know, you want to create a new sound for yourself, man, and change, because music changes every 10 years, and this is that 10-year mark. It's a new decade. So everything that was being done back in the past doesn't really work anymore. You know, that's why I kind of try to new age my sound up a little bit and give it a different feeling and a different vibe to where it still, you know, it still has that vintage feel to it, but it can still exist today. And I encourage all you producers to do that. You know, get to the point where you're creating a whole new element. You're bringing a whole new element to the sound game. You know, when it comes to artists, they need a new sound. You want to be that sound. And in order for you to be that new sound, you have to have new sounds, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to show you guys this beat, you know, and give you guys some tips, you know, creative tips. as far as beat making goes. And you know, the number one, I guess the whole number one point of the video would be that sometimes when you're in that beat block or that rut, you're either going to need new sounds or you're going to need something to, you know, something else like a loop or something to allow you to, you know, think outside the box and get you in a whole nother zone, in a whole nother element, in creating that new element in music. So that's pretty much it, man. TraumaDrums.com. Shout outs to everybody out there, all the producers up, you know, up on your grind, man, making beats every day. You know, peace out.